Hi, I'm Delindra Tarsavina with the OnPoint Channel News. I'm here at the St. Luke AME Zion Church in Birmingham, Alabama, where they're doing free haircuts for men and young boys, and I guess some ladies too as well. But they're also doing training where you can learn how to get a job, or you can learn how to fill a resume, and what you should wear when you go into a job interview. Just some helpful things. But they're also doing fun things outside for the youth. And also hamburger, hot dogs. Y'all know how I am. Trying to be on the diet, but can't help it when you go to church. But this is an awesome event, and we hope you enjoy what you're getting ready to see about it.
Good morning. This is a wonderful day here at the St. Luke Church. Brother Michael Miller is the pastor, and we are excited. Our excitement is just flowing all over the place as we're doing something on the outside. Of course, we're always doing something on the inside, but we're taking Jesus Christ to the outside, and we're excited about it. We have members here, we have visitors here, we have something for all ages on today. And we're inviting you out to come join with us on today as we give out haircuts, as we give tips on how to interview, go through an interviewing process. And believe it or not, some men still wear ties. And so we got brand new ties for all of our young men so that when they show up at an interview, they can put on a tie. So we're having a wonderful festival today here with Dr. Miller and at the St. Luke Church. Come join us, be here with us. Awesome ministry, and we're excited about the possibilities of what God is going to do, and we're just glad to be a partner. We got something for the little kids to jump around. As you know, they love to jump around. If they're not jumping around on your ceilings or on your walls, they can jump around here at the church. Nothing greater than jumping around at the church. And so we're excited. You can even get something to eat on the day. Amen. And so we're excited to have this wonderful day and to be able to partner with Reverend Miller as he's doing a mighty and a wonderful work here at the St. Luke Church. And we're not just wanting to do it today. We want to make this a consistent thing, and that when he called us, we'll be here. And so, again, it's Jamal Finkley, Next Generation Movement. Again, I'm oozing with excitement, and I'm ready. We're ready to get it.
Okay, Reverend Miller, would you please tell us about some of the things that you've been doing here at your church?
Yes, I'm excited, number one, for this opportunity, and thank you, Dr. Finkley, for partnering with us for such a time as this. It's an exciting time at St. Luke AME Zion Church. We have been changing. We are evolving, and when I first arrived at St. Luke AME Zion Church, my mantra was one of new beginnings. And a whole lot coming into a new culture. Many times you have to find out what they have been doing, join them in what they are doing, but also find innovative and creative ways of doing some other things, simply to advance the kingdom of God. And I'm excited. For the last few months, I also serve as a chaplain at the Jimmy Hale Mission, which is about 5 minutes from here. It's a faith-based organization where we are investing in the lives of men on a daily basis. Awesome. And so I'm there 5 days a week. I got to go today. And I believe in the church coming outside of the four walls. Awesome. And so since my tenure there, St. Luke has followed me. We've taken our ministry over to the Jimmy Hale Mission. We have, on occasion, served food. A team of us arrived on a Friday to help serve food on the dinner hour. We have also provided worship services for the men at the mission, but very recently we've had 2 wonderful power-packed communion services where our ministry provided the elements and served them. And we also had, in our last service just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had partnered with a Baptist church. A friend of mine came and gave the meditation, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. That's one thing that has been happening for about the last 4 or 5 months. We have been serving lunch in the community right here at the St. Luke AME Zion Church on 4th Wednesdays. It has been in honor of one who was a fixture here, Miss Albertha Henderson, who was called home back here in December. She was 91, 92 years old. She was known in the community for feeding people. She was here for 40, 50 years, and persons knew to come to St. Luke to get a meal. And so in her honor, number one, we named the kitchen after her.
Cool.
The Albertha Henderson Kitchen at St. Luke. And as a result of that ministry, we have been serving sandwiches, soup, and soda. Here, the three S's, with an opportunity to hopefully to get to salvation.
Awesome.
But yes, so we've had 4 experiences so far. All right, the last 4 months, and persons have come, and each time it gave us an opportunity to assess, okay, what we said we were going to do, and maybe what we need to do. As a result of this last occasion of serving, we decided that it was important for us to take the ministry to a park. And so on the 4th Wednesday of this month, we will be serving lunch at the Avondale Park, which is about 5-7 minutes from here. I know that there are individuals over there. We could also go downtown to Lincoln Park, but we're deciding to go over, test out the ground over there first. And so that's exciting. This whole idea that came together, I marveled coming here today. Many times some churches are built on everything the pastor says we're going to do. Well, I will say this, just a few months ago, the brainchild behind all of this, what we're doing today, was Sister Jackie Jackson. And she called me up, "Hey, Rev, and I have this idea," and I'm listening to her. She wants to give the men haircuts. She wanted to do something, and she's one who is not able to get here as often as she would like to due to health. But let me tell you, she has worked feverishly to ensure that this particular day happens, and it is amazing how all of it has come together. With your involvement and some others who are involved, who understand the whole value of new beginnings, not just for the church, but for other persons on the outside. And it is important for us to share and connect with other persons who may not necessarily come crawling up those 14 steps. But if we take the one step and perhaps share the love of Christ where they are, I'll say this, then we'll leave the results to God. And however God moves upon them, to advance His kingdom and not necessarily our local church. Yeah, we want that. But, we've got to be doing God's bidding or outside of the worship experience on Sunday morning. And that is going outside into the community. And I look forward to, other opportunities to do things. I think, one of the things that has happened here that's going to be crucial for where we're going is we've built a relationship together, pastor and people.
Awesome.
They are, again, learning to trust. And I'm learning to trust them. And so, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the things that God will do for all of us, as long as we stay connected to Him.
Reverend Finkley, with the Next Generation Movement, your focus is on peace and nonviolence. And I feel that a lot of men are going through things, the reason that they're doing a lot of the things that they're doing. They feel defeated, they're not able to find jobs, they're not able to get an education, or they just can't provide for their families. What do you think that the Next Generation Movement and churches and the community can do, along with this program that you're doing today with the haircuts and the training that can be done to help these men out there?
Okay, I always say it starts with attitude, but attitude must lead to action. And with that being said, I believe that the cracks in the bridge that we say it takes a village to raise a child, the cracks in the bridge, I always say they belong to the church, because in a sense we've lost our sense of purpose, right? And so because of that, the church needs to seal up the cracks, right? And so isn't it wonderful just to have the pastor here to begin sealing up those cracks? Also here is a school principal to begin sealing up those cracks. Also here are other church leaders that help sealing up the cracks. A barber from the community to help seal up the cracks. The church we own our cracks. But together, I believe we can fix this bridge that's been broken between government and community, between church and community, between school and community. And it starts with church. It starts with pastor. It starts with ourselves just deciding that we have an attitude with what's going on in our communities, that we want men to have better and be better. And as a result of that, we're not just having hamburgers and hot dogs. You can go to McDonald's for that. You can go to Sneaky Pete's and get a hot dog the way you want it. They'll give it to you the way you want it. But we're providing not only food, physical food, but we're also providing something that you can take. When I was growing up, my mom used to be, and I'll tell the young people that my mom used to feed us cream of wheat. Nobody don't eat that pretty much in the South. Cream of wheat. And but we never went to school hungry. Right. Because cream of wheat stuck. It stuck to us, it filled us. And when they leave out of here today, we want them to be full with something. The ladies have put books on the table for the children. As we know, our reading levels are below the grade level. So pastors allowed them to put books on the table to take with them. We have ways in which you can interview. Sometimes you need to take the earrings off when going to an interview. Just to close this statement, one of my mentors was a great leader at Alabama Power, and been knowing a kid ever since he was at least about 7, 8, 9 years old. He gets 21, 22, just finished college. He goes to Alabama Power to get a job. This man been knowing him all his life, and he had an earring in his ear. Well, the man couldn't give him the job because he didn't represent what Alabama Power stood for. Now here's a kid that he's been knowing all his life, but he walked in the office with earrings in his ear. I don't know if that was an assumption that he thought he was going to get the job, or it was just going to happen for him anyway. But we got to teach our children there's a place for this, if there's a place for it. There's a place to tell Daquan to pull up your pants. There's a place to tell our young girls stop imitating the Grand Canyon with cleavage. There's a place, and it's not just on the pastor.
Right. It's the community.
It's the community. And if we can fix the cracks in the bridge, I believe we can begin to make a difference. But we have so many wonderful things that are going on. This person doing this person doing that, this church doing this. That if we can bring it together and collage our efforts, and if Reverend Miller is good at butter pecan ice cream, let's just go to Reverend Miller and get butter pecan ice cream. And if somebody's good with chocolate, Jimmy Hill Mission does a wonderful job in what they do. Why do we need to duplicate that ministry here at St. Luke? Right. Why can't we just follow Pastor Miller to Jimmy Hill Mission? And so that's what we want. We don't want to try to duplicate what's already successful, but just try to be a blessing in the way that we can. And I think we'll begin to fix the cracks in the bridge.
Can we get you to provide your information so that people that want to help bridge the gaps and fill in the cracks, that want to help, they can call you and contact you? Reverend Miller, can you give them your information, and then Reverend Finkley?
All right. First of all, let me say that St. Luke is located 3937 12th Avenue North in the East Birmingham area. We are right across from the Patton Park. Wonderful scenery out there. That's where we're located. We can be reached. You can call me on my cell, area code 443-416-2364. And my email is St. Luke Pastor Miller. That's STLUKE Pastor Miller @gmail.com.
Reverend Finkley?
Jamal Finkley. Finkley75 is my email. Finkley75@yahoo.com. You can call me anytime, 205-704-4890. Finkley75, email 704-205-704-4890 is my contact.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Finkley provided information on how to interview and how to dress for success in order to achieve the job that you want.
For any job that we have posted, usually there's about 150 people that apply for these jobs. And the way I have to whittle through a list, because they have to apply on a computer, all right? I look at all 150 names, and I choose about 6. But I'm going to tell you the 6 ones that really get to my desk or to the principal's desk are the ones that come in and drop off a resume. That means that you took a little time. Remember I said you do a little homework on the back end? You took a little time to come way out to Clay Elementary School and say, my name is so-and-so. I just want to drop this off. I'm looking for a job.
Next, we were able to interview Deborah Taylor, a member of the North Alabama chapter of the Next Generation Movement for Peace and Nonviolence. And women need to allow men to be in their children's lives. There are a lot of women who are not allowing the men to be in their children's lives. I was reading a post that someone put on Facebook about how his daughter's mother told him, well, the only way you can see her if you pay me. And he told her, I pay child support. She was like, well, if you want to talk to her on the phone today, you're going to pay me. And that, to me, tells me that young women have lost how important it is to have a man in your life. Because without my father, I think I would have been lost. You know, even though I strayed from what he taught me, when I can look back on his foundation that he gave me, I was able to bring myself back to who I should have been a long time ago. So we have to look at all these kids who don't have the strong fatherhood and the strong motherhood in their lives and how they're straying. So what do you think that the church or the different missions that you're involved can do to get these men back in the homes or back in the churches? We have a lack of men in churches as well.
You do, and the thing about that is that, you know, if a woman has less respect for herself, then the man is going to have less respect for her.
True.
So you just have to generate that respect and let that man be a part. If he's going to be a part of your life, he's going to have to love you for you, trust, and most of all, if you're going to church, then he's coming to church with me. You know, old school, no school.
There you go.
But women have lost respect for themselves. They're so low self-esteem, you know. And the way women put down men, there are some good men out there.
True.
There are some fathers out there that love their children, but they're in a different household. So if you spend time, if you spend time and you energize and you grow that nurturing to that person, then it's gonna, you know, reciprocate.
True.
Yeah. The ultimate thing to do, and that's lost in the community, is love for one another, and we don't have trust.
True. Very true. And that's something we're going to have to start building and instilling in our children and our women and men. And I really appreciate you guys for definitely doing this program today because, like you said, people have put down men so much to their self-esteem is low, and we don't realize it when we look at them that they act the way they act because their self-esteem is low and they're trying to not show what they're going through.
And if, you know, just to see, the gentleman was downstairs, Mr. Finkley was teaching a gentleman, the first gentleman that came to get his hair cut. He taught him how to tie a tie.
Wow.
And he was so genuine about, he says, now you tie the tie, it's yours. So it's a way to give back. But we first have to be aware of how we give back. We have to learn to have respect for one another. We just can't just go about, you know. We're supposed to go about our Father's business, but we also, in going about our Father's business, we have to indulge ourselves into what is going on in our community and give back to the community. You know, that's like LeBron James. He left Cleveland to go get a championship. Won a championship, came back to Cleveland, won another championship. He gave back to his community.
Yes.
We don't give back to the community because we expect the community to give to us.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not give or take.
Mm-hmm.
An open hand gives. A closed hand doesn't do nothing. It's
Yes,
closed.
Mm-hmm.
You got to open these hands to receive anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because Christ died because he loved us.
Mm-hmm.
There are no perfect people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in out here, just out here because we wanted to support what was happening in the community. A free haircut, you know how much a free haircut costs now?
Oh, $15, $20.
Yes. And here, this gentleman, this barber, Mr. Tim, is taking his time out to come and cut hair. What more can you ask for?
True. So true. And we appreciate what you're doing, and we want you to keep going. I know it's hard sometimes to keep doing this, and this, and sometimes you feel like you don't see progress, but there's progress. Even if one person, like that one young man came in, if he sees,
he was so happy. He said, I got a card and I came to get my hair cut. I said, go right in.
Yes, you can see a difference in him. It's like his head is raised when he left. It was amazing.
And you could see that he was being inspired and somebody took the time out to pay attention to him.
Yes.
Somebody gave him something where he go down the street and he'll tell somebody else, you know.
Yes.
You don't know, you never know what or how or who you touch with just a little smile and showing the kindness of love.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like you said, love and trust.
Love. Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Children need love.
Yes, ma'am.
There needs to be more love in the world now than ever.
That's true.
We're fulfilling the days of the Bible. But I still say, think about your mother, your grandmother, your sister, when it comes to making a decision to take another person's life.
Yes.
You don't want that to happen.
Yes.
You know, and I'm going to share this and I'll be quiet. About in 1998, February 1998, my nephew was born on my birthday.
Okay.
He was 18 years old. He was shot by his best friend.
Wow.
5 times.
Wow.
3 in the back, 2 in the heart. We're talking about, my nephew was like 5 feet. The guy that shot him was like 6'1". They were best friends.
Wow.
Because my nephew slapped his cousin instead of the guy trying to find out what happened. He didn't realize that his cousin had slapped my nephew.
Wow.
And my nephew she slapped her back. He slapped her back.
Wow.
We went to court. And I was, they was portraying my nephew as, this bad person. You know. I was getting so angry. This happened in Mobile, Alabama. I was getting so angry that the judge said he was going to put me out.
Wow.
And one of my friends was part of the sheriff group. And so we went for a break. And she said, Deborah, he told me to tell you he's going to put you in jail if you don't be quiet. I said, I just couldn't sit there and let them portray my nephew and he's dead. I have to go to the cemetery to look at him, to his grave, to look at the flowers. I said, here this child mama can go to the courthouse, to the prison to see him. So when we went back, I had prayed. I said, God, write on my tongue. And so they sentenced him to 40 years. So the judge said, do you want to say something now? I said, yes, I do. I said, I want to tell this young man that I forgive him because he didn't know what he rightfully did to this family. But more so, what he did to his family.
Yes.
His mother can go see him, but I have to go to the cemetery. This is on you. I said, just turn around, look at your mother. She crying. Because you're getting 40 years. You think I'm pleased with that? No, I'm not pleased with that.
No.
I'm hurting because she's hurting. You got to serve 40 years for something stupid.
Without thinking.
I said, and as a black man, you had every opportunity to just walk away. But you decided to sit and wait for Jarvis, your best friend, from day one to kill him. With a gun, a big old gun. You shot him. Do you know you shot him 5 times? 2 in the heart. The 2 in the heart killed him. The 3 in the back wouldn't have did much damage. But you shot him in his heart. Why? Because you was angry. And I said, where's your cousin? She's not even here to support you.
Wow.
So it's just the violence, the guns, the children, they gotta be saved.
Yes.
The song comes to mind, we are the world, we are the people. We gotta save, if I can just save one child.
Yes.
One.
Here you go. I understand. And I hope someone that watches this that might be put in a position that that young man was in will think, because violence doesn't just affect the 2 people or the few people involved, it affects a whole generation of people. Because like you said, it affected the person who was passed, his family, the person who did it and his family, and just everyone around them that knew each other. And to think that you were best friends and you let hatred or just what someone said just pull hate into your heart to just pull a trigger. I think I would have been better just knowing that they fought it out, and then maybe they could have talked it out. But now we've gotten past the fighting and then talking and fighting. We've gotten past that and just go immediately to just violence. And we're allowing what we see on TV and what we hear people doing to embed in our minds and our hearts. And hopefully what people see from what you said today will embed in their minds and their hearts and their spirits and their souls to know that violence is not the way, that peace is the way. Communicating, because like you said, if he had just took the time to see what happened, he would have known. It wouldn't even been a reason to hit him or even to yell at him, but he wasn't the one that caused the problem. So I want to thank you for what you did and what you said, and just being genuine and being open. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Finally, we were able to talk to Tim, the barber on site, providing free haircuts.
I'm Tim, and my shop is in Lenore, side of town, Powder area, and I'm just here to just render some service and give back to the community. You know, God is good, and you know, I just want to pour into these young men and people that need assistance and encouragement.
hope you enjoyed all the events from today. And if you're interested in the Next Generation movement for peace and nonviolence, to come and host an event in your community or to be a part of an event that you're doing in the community, please contact Reverend Dr. Jamal Finkley at the information you see below on the screen. Thank you.